Hey, honey.
Welcome.
I'm crazy. Man, welcome to episode 118 of the podcast.
Yeah.
Man, we got 118, girl. Look at us.
Ooh.
Moving on up
Ooh.
to the side.
Mm.
With a deluxe apartment in Atlanta prison. Moving on up.
Ooh.
So I know everybody saw this week, man, Trump and his goddamn mugshot. But you want to know what make things? I'm not even gonna focus on that, right? You know what I want to focus on, and I like the way the algorithms work. I want to focus on the co-defendants, specifically the chick who took that same exact mugshot that Trump took and made the same goddamn face. But let's even get further down the list of co-defendants. There's one specific one that is still sitting in jail because he claims that he cannot afford the $10,000 to $100,000 that it will cost to pay this said lawyer to get him off this Rico.
Wow.
So he now has to represent himself in one of the toughest charges in the United States. Have fun, brother. And the sad part is, he is a brother. Where your man Trump at?
Out.
Why your man Trump ain't bailing you out?
But they in on Rico, right? Right?
Yeah.
They're all
That's
right
fucked
on
up.
different charges. The same thing.
I had to start with this one first, even though this wasn't the first topic. I just thought it was the
you
funniest.
said when it comes to the Rico thing, because Trump is out.
Everybody's
out except for him, right?
Yes.
So why Young Thug still sitting in jail for Rico?
Because he the
Go ahead. He the what?
I'm about to make it.
You about to say he the ringleader? But wasn't Trump the ringleader for all this shenanigans?
Listen.
And he out here free on bail?
I definitely was getting ready to make an excuse.
So why he can't be out on bail?
I promise you I was getting ready to make an excuse.
That's all I'm saying. Why he can't be out on bail? If Trump could be out. Oh, y'all going down. He snitching.
Oh, he gonna snitch.
He giving everybody up. Your mammy, your grandmammy.
Listen, and
because he said,
but to
with
be
his
honest
daughter,
with you, I'm gonna be honest with you, he ain't gonna snitch because there's certain things under the United States law that he can't. As somebody that was sitting in the White House, it's confidential information he cannot expose. So that's possibly why eventually this guy will be out. It's just about him sitting now because he literally himself can't afford to bail himself out. And chances are he can, like he said.
But why waste the money?
But like he said, he's not going to put his family through that. And I can respect a man that puts their family before themselves because that's how I operate. But in the same token, you stood with that Don Cheeto Trump. And he left you behind. So I hope this is a lesson to you and anyone else who is standing tall with President Don Cheeto. And you figure that out. But that sucks for that guy. I feel bad for him though, but not really. I'd rather it be him than me.
What?
How about that? You ain't got nothing else to
Say
add to
it
that?
again. No, I just think it's it's politics. That just shows it's politics. All these political people that got into the shenanigans with him is out on Rico. The young thug been sitting there on a Rico.
On a Rico.
He couldn't be bailed out, put on house arrest or something. Like he had to sit there. Like that's just a prime example right there.
On a Rico. Ooh, excuse me.
So if Trump go to jail, is Secret Service gonna sit in jail too? I got questions. Like,
That is a real question.
do he get
because
Secret Service in jail? Because
apparently,
this man can get indictment after indictment after indictment after indictment and just still do his thing.
why is
Like
Trump,
he's untouchable.
why is Trump not a flight risk? My man has a Rolls Royce
He has a
airplane.
Hey, you're gonna fly away.
Here's a Rolls Royce for an airplane. Y'all let that man fly in and fly out.
About to catch another flight.
I'll be honest with you. If this is not a perfect example why Young Thug's lawyers should be filing multiple appeals right now to get him out of jail, because the way the level of craziness that just happened.
My man came.
It ain't even just his man.
He did his mugshot and said, "F y'all, I'm out."
He was out in 30 minutes. No, they said 20.
I'm out.
20 to 25 minutes.
I'm out
for everything. And then they're gonna say when they have the first initial hearing, he doesn't even have to be present for it.
Why?
Make that make sense.
Who is he? Who is he?
I'm just asking.
That's the thing. Like he's invisible. Who is he?
Why is there different rules for different people? I mean, I know I get he a former president of the United States. I get he was the former president of the United States.
Was he?
But at the same token, right, when you commit a crime, like we all got to do the time. You don't get the freedoms. You can't allocate certain freedoms for certain people.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
yes,
there's another gentleman, African American, sitting in jail with the same celebrity status that Trump has. Not to the extent, but he's a recognizable figure. I'm sure he.
I don't care.
While he's a menace at night, I'm sure he's a outstanding citizen during the day. Dang. And there's more good done during the day than possibly at night.
Don't care.
I also now have to start questioning what's the attorney's name? What's the prosecutor?
Because what's
the prosecutor's name?
I don't know. The same thing that happened with the wall jumpers at the Capitol, and the guy, he needed a paleo diet or something in jail, and his mother petitioned he can't eat the food that's in jail for them to give him a different meal. But as soon as thugs say he needs something healthy or whatever, it's a whole lot of we can't do this, we can't do that. And if you ain't do this, you wouldn't be in this situation. Like,
and see, like now they're gearing up to remove the Atlanta prosecutor who indicted Donald Trump. So what did she think? Like she said, she was put in the house to hold people accountable that break the law. But some I don't want to say it's politically motivated.
It is.
To a degree it is. And
to the fifth power.
I believe the intentions of trying to bring Donald Trump bring charges to him on the Rico is just to get him from probably not being able to run for president.
That ain't stopping him.
Yeah, that ain't me. I knew it wasn't me.
But that was you to begin with.
Yeah, but that was just you.
That was just me.
It probably was you in the first place.
It wasn't. Stop talking
why,
to me.
Why it sound the same way?
Stop talking to me.
Hey, Brian Kemp, he's a Trumper. So if he works hard enough, man, you got to follow the money. Wherever the money goes is where you.
Damn, me getting to the money.
Oh man, it's just not sitting with my spirit.
Yeah.
Like, no dead ass. I just don't understand. Like, we've just been talking. I just wanted to sit with my spirit, though. Because right now it's not sitting with my spirit. I just want somebody to explain to me how is the law operated in the United States? Because it doesn't seem like it's not consistent all the way across the board.
It's not.
And I know Donald Trump is probably the subject of conversation right now, but let's just look at local laws and how they deal with juveniles versus adults, even though these juveniles are out here committing adult crimes. I don't care if they're 12. Like, if you go out and murder somebody, like you do the time for murder. Like, I mean, I understand those things, but like, no, seriously, Young Thug's been sitting in jail for close to a year now.
And he could be sitting at home.
No, he's been sitting in jail for longer than a year.
He can be sitting at home.
The man is complaining that the nutritional habits that he's used to,
he's
not receiving now.
But you know they gave it to the wall jumper.
So you making him suffer, all to prove a point.
What's the point?
To prove a point to the gangbangers and killers.
No, that's not political. It's political.
It's not. I mean,
you tried to make an example out of him when there's plenty of others that you've made the examples out of and different things. That's just like what's his name? Mendices. Whatever. They was trying to make an example because of TV type situation, because you would have never known about him if it wasn't for his wife being on the TV show. Would he had went to jail? Who knows? But they think about the wrong things when it comes down to it. It's all political, and that's it.
So Kroy Biermann.
Kroy.
He getting that.
His name ain't Corey. His name is Kroy. Kroy.
That's a stupid ass name. Kroy. Kroy, he about to get that. Like, any other time I'd be like, man, what's up with these men thinking that women are supposed to get him alimony? But in this case, I've been following along on this couple's relationship along with my wife. And I've watched this man's money.
For the party.
I watched this man's money get spent by her and her spoiled daughters.
What that's her doing?
By her and her spoiled daughters. He needs that. Send that man his money. Especially if you still getting paid from Don't Be Tardy for the Party. Matter of fact, I'm about to run that shit up. I want to see how that shit sound now. You think it's still on DSPs? Don't be tardy for the fucking party. That was a stupid ass part.
Don't be tardy for the party.
Oh, it's there. Oh, it's there. Let's go. This is my dance for everything. Is that her? No, maybe it's.
But you know who wrote it for?
Oh, is this one?
You know who helped her with this?
Who?
Candy.
Him? Oh yeah, I remember. You're right.
Candy gonna make a bag.
Oh hell no! You missing the plate.
At the place.
Oh, don't be tardy for the party. So Kroy. Man, you read it then.
Dang, it's Kroy. It's like KR. Really...
But what's crazy about a couple of months ago, they said the two were about to split and get a divorce.
What happened?
Well, you know, sir, she a hater.
Man, that's right.
She a hater. Exit. Duh.
She figured she a hater.
Yeah, so a few months ago, they had put on, they had hit the blogs that those two were separating. Then about 3 weeks ago, they said that they had figured it out and they were going to work things out. So now Kroy seeks sole legal and physical custody of their 3 kids. In addition, he wants both child support and alimony. Send that man his money. He about to get that.
About to get that.
Yeah, he about to get that. He getting that. What you think about that, babe? Do he deserve his alimony? You've been a part of this ride too.
He should have married her to begin with.
Why? Why you think that, boo?
Her habits and things didn't line up with his.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy about Kroy?
And he's young.
You know what's so crazy about Kroy?
What's crazy about
Fucking
Kroy?
Kroy.
Mm-hmm.
Kroy used to be oh damn, he is young.
Cause he in his 30s and she in her 40s.
Yeah, Kroy was decent when he played for the Atlanta Falcons. That's where I remember him from.
So
it was funny when I found out that he was dating Don't Be Tardy for the Party.
Cause she liked his cakes.
His cakes, huh?
Yep.
Well, never mind. According to this, he sucked.
These men out here are trying to get all the bags when it comes to divorce.
Much better. See, he had some decent years where like he was actually contributing.
Okay, but what about the years down of 11 years of marriage?
That he blew all his money
to a chick that drinks just wine
and get wasted too. She used to get fucked up off that wine.
Hey, Kim went nowhere without wine and wigs, baby.
She used to be.
She had wine and wigs. She had a good time.
Let's see what his networking is. What you thinking? He
probably ain't got no money.
Nah, he ain't got no money.
What he say?
He 300,000 compared to 2.5 million. That's a big drop off, man.
Wow.
His wife spent all his money. Don't be tardy for the party. Oh yeah, she better pay up. Yeah, he said during his NFL career he earned a total of 14 million.
Wow.
And now his net worth is 300,000. That's probably just from like media jobs.
Wow.
I don't feel bad for him because 300,000 is still a lot of money. But
he want to have the kids. Let him have them.
Exactly. She better. She do seem like an unfit mother.
Because on the show, he always the kids they were there. They gravitated more to him and the nanny, the cook.
The Spanish lady, right? See, I be
she
watching.
Wasn't Spanish.
She was Spanish, boo.
Not the
that
cook.
Chick was Spanish.
The cook. She was white.
The cook was what?
She was white.
And big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
No, the Spanish lady was their nanny. She did homeschool with them.
So let me ask you this though: what is a reasonable 4 kids or 3 kids?
They have 4.
So
because she got 2 older girls, and then they got the twins and a boy and a girl. Okay.
What do you think is reasonable though?
What?
For alimony and child support.
I don't think he's going to try to go for 9. A lot because
he got. See, they got 9-year-old twins.
Yeah, I said they got the 4 of them.
Corey and Cash. So that's 4 kids.
I said it's 4.
Oh.
Because they got the twins, the boy and the girl.
What the hell is he thinking trying to get sole custody of 4 fucking kids?
Because they're not babies.
You know how hard that is for a man?
It's not hard for him if he's been there from the beginning, taking care of them. It's not hard.
That is true. I forgot that 11-year-old mind. He don't seek no guidance from us.
It's not hard if you've been there. And you've been active. It's not a hard thing to do. And Kroy's not the type that's going to want millions out of her because it doesn't take much for him to be able to sustain and take care of them kids. You have people that's gonna be like money hungry and want the extra, but you still. The thing is, what they may see fit in court is that the kids keep the lifestyle that they had, not for them to be in a position that the lifestyle that they had is taken away from them. That's what they look at when it goes to court for things of that nature. When they come up with the money and the figures and things, it's the lifestyle. What lifestyle were you living? What lifestyle were you able to maintain? And how can you maintain it? Now, granted, if things don't work well with Kim, she's a RN.
Oh yeah,
She can go back being a
I did.
nurse.
I did.
She can be a travel nurse. She can do all types of things. If he gets sole custody, she can travel. You know, she can do those things because her girls are grown. But hey,
You know it's bad.
we shall see.
Look, you know it's bad when the husband files for divorce.
And here go the crazy thing. So, if they get divorced, she probably end up back on the Housewives of Atlanta. Now that's crazy for it to be called Housewives and everybody divorced and stuff that be on the show. Make that make sense.
Who is Ariana?
Her daughter. That's her out of the two that she has, the two oldest ones, she's the youngest of the oldest.
So why she said God is good?
Hmm?
Shortly after the news of the divorce broke. What you think when you see that? That's what she wrote. Sad face, but God is good. Whose side is she on?
I mean, you'll never know because Ariana's what, 18 now?
Yeah. Oh, hold up.
What just happened?
Well, he ain't saying nothing special. I thought he was about to give it up.
Yeah, but I think Ariana's like 18. Like she's older.
How do you think that impacts the children though? Especially when they're young and have to see their parents.
But see, that's why.
Especially when they're young with a voice, basically, with the intelligence to be able to recognize and see some of these things and how it's affecting.
But that's why they withdrew it supposedly the first time because of they're like, oh my gosh, how is this going to impact the kids? But I mean, is it really going to be an impact on the kids? If he filed again, it must be something there that it's like, is it really going to be a real big impact? Just because he wants custody doesn't mean she's not going to be able to see her kids.
Yeah, because it don't seem like it didn't say he's filing for custody with visitation rights. It just said he just filing for sole custody.
She's not going to be able to see the kids.
It just probably means she doesn't have the time to be a full-time mom.
It may be just how it is on the show in the household. Kroy be with the kids. They do different things. They see her breezing past, doing little things.
That is
They
true.
may not look at it like that.
That is true. When I used to watch the show with you, it just seemed like she just was.
You look like you want to be in a recliner right now.
Yeah, you see it. I'm getting there, getting real cozy wozy. I don't care. Look, hands in the pockets and everything. I'm all relaxed.
Stretched out and stuff.
Oh, it feel good. I ain't about to hold you. It feel real good.
Let me try. Hold on.
Anyway,
I gotta turn this way now.
When you used to watch the show, did you ever sense like their dynamic was for the show, and really behind the scenes they probably just was living separate lives? I did.
Like they live in separate bedrooms or something?
Yeah. Like they ain't even sleep in the same bed. When the couple times I used to watch it with you, I used to think like, is this shit real? Like, do they really?
They just link up to do it.
Yeah, it's like they were just best friends or some shit. It didn't seem like they was in a relationship. Like, you do your part, I do my part.
He supported her a lot, though.
He definitely did.
Like, everywhere she went, he went. They went as a family. You know, he packed up the kids. Let's go.
He seemed like the mom, and she seemed like the man.
Facts.
From what I remember. Because she was a decent character with a decent
She was
storyline.
more into the relationship with her older daughters. They hung out and did things together more than the youngest.
That's why all of them got plastic surgery now. Yeah. Can't even recognize that one that was kind of chubby when she was little. I can't even recognize her no more. She got like super duper lip fillers. Her lips, yeah, it look like it's like a peeled banana. fluffy and worn out.
Next, back to the men getting the bag. So,
Hey, what you doing? I'm not recording. You said that shit with excitement. You said that shit with your chest.
back to the men getting the bag. Halle Berry is to pay $8,000 per month in child support.
But you see who that dude is?
Yeah,
That dude's a recognizable actor though. He's been in a lot of movies.
he's been in a whole lot. But wait,
He must be broke now.
No.
He must be broke now. He got to be broke now. Please.
$8,000 for a 9-year-old a month.
That's a lot, ain't it? That's a lot. It don't cost that much.
That's $32,000 if Kim got to pay that for the 4 kids a month.
It don't cost that much.
Man, but you got to maintain their lifestyle.
Yeah, see, Oliver.
I ain't even know she was married to him.
Me either. That's a perfect example of keeping people out your goddamn business. Because
that's been an 8-year battle.
I swear, I can't remember what
all the movies he was in.
Mm-hmm. Is that his name, Jason Leverson?
No, his name is Oliver.
Okay, he look like a fucking Oliver. Oliver, oxen free.
Is it Oliver Martinez? Oh my gosh!
Oh shit! I knew his monkey ass from somewhere.
He's in SWAT.
Yeah, man. He ain't been in shit in a while though, so he is broke.
That don't mean he's broke. They get them $3 and $6, $2 checks.
You think he's striking?
$57.
You
57 cents.
You think he's doing a strike with them? Do you think he's staying with the actors and writers?
When the last time he been in something? He's standing with somebody.
2018, it looked like. When the last time?
Man.
2018 was 2020. See, you've been in some movies, but when you getting them $3 and $4 checks, it's kind of hard though to survive out here in these streets.
Now when you got Halle Berry.
Yeah. Hey Halle, I'm sorry, boo. She got it though. 8,000. What's that? 32,000 a year? Ain't that what you said?
No, I said 32,000 a month. If Kim had to pay $8,000 a child.
Oh. Oh man, I ain't trying to pocket watch and whatnot, but.
And he get 4.3% of all income she receives above $2 million. Baby, I wouldn't do nothing. Hey, you said this is $199. Don't you push it. Don't push it.
That's
don't push it. He ain't getting nothing. I'm not gonna ever hit over $2 million.
That's like somebody we know. Baby daddy. Exactly. Because I saw an Insta story not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And the Insta story reads as follows. And I'm paraphrasing. Anybody who thinks this man is a good baby daddy, you could kiss my ass. Because that nigga is a shitbag.
He's trash.
Yeah. Like the trash in the can.
Facts. He is trash.
Anywho. I'm not about to room your engine up.
You're not about Antonio Vance.
Because your little ass got comfortable too. Normally when you get comfortable, you just start talking.
Twinkle, twinkle, toes.
So the French actor Oliver is currently in the news. He owing to his divorce from superstar. But his net worth is $30 million. Mm-hmm. But it don't matter about his net worth. Apparently he's using this money to take care of their kid.
That's what it is.
They did it. Listen, I didn't know these two were married. They did an amazing job, like, keeping that shit under wraps.
Huh?
That's why these celebrities need to start marrying basic people. Because y'all niggas be jumping dicks like a motherfucker and jumping pussies like I don't know what. You know what throw me off is how my used to be boo
You gonna click?
Oh yeah, I already know that shit. Oh, we good.
You be going.
Yeah, I just be talking. Don't let me get started. If I look up, shit about to just go.
So who's your used to be boo?
Megan. How the hell Megan go from a pastor to a rapist? Allegedly.
Let's say, was he brought up on the charges?
He's suing the girl now, so
you can't call him a rapist.
I said allegedly. All right, we're gonna be messy tonight.
Oh, we going messy?
I feel pastor. What's his name? He a celebrity pastor, but pastor, I know you hurting.
Why?
To God be the glory.
Why he hurting?
Me personally.
Because Megan and her lips?
Huh?
Why he hurting?
Because he lost his girl to that dude.
Is that a hurt for him?
You know what? So a while back, right, during the pandemic, right, I started noticing that this said pastor was working out a little bit more. You see how buff the dude that she talked to is now. Maybe he, self-conscious.
Okay.
He don't feel, and that wasn't her type of man. She needed men with she needed a scary man.
Okay.
And she got tired of playing like she was a holy woman.
Maybe she wasn't fit for a first lady role. Maybe that's not something that she really, once she got into it, she can really be into.
Oh. So then what
maybe that's something she probably tried and it just wasn't aligning. There's nothing wrong with that. Because from my understanding, they're still like cool. It's not a bad breakup type thing.
So where you get your information from your understanding? I want to know.
He did an interview.
He did do an interview, and from that interview, I got he was butthurt.
That you got he was butthurt?
Oh hell yeah! Because Charlamagne said some hate, and he was like, "What if that was you?"
How you gonna take let somebody give you hate that get his ass ate?
Huh? How you know that?
Cause Charlamagne said he like when Tank was on his show, he liked to get his salad toast. He liked to get his salad toast.
Well, what's his name? From Florida, he get his ass ate too. He say that's why he take baths. Little Ugly that's on Housewives. I mean, Hip Hop of Miami, the rapper. North Carolina, come on your things up.
Petey Pablo?
No, what's the other dude? I can't remember his name.
What?
What's the hip hop of?
Oh my gosh, Crater Face Trick Daddy.
Yeah, Trick Daddy said he get his ass ate too.
Who eating that ass?
I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. That nigga got a face of an ass. So.
He probably feel like when somebody kiss him, that's what they eat his ass. I don't know, but okay. you be throwing it. All right. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
So Hip Hop Weekly put out a post that says Joe Budden agrees to celebrity boxing match with Gillie The Kid. Now, I've seen Joe, square up on a couple people. Not really throw punches, but just square up. Gillie is probably shorter than Joe by like 2 or 3 inches. Hell yeah. Like Joe is looking down at Gillie. It's just another example of like
entertainment.
Yeah, folks will do anything.
Clickbait.
Content in today's world that we live in and how folks feast off of negativity and just dumb stuff. Content is king. So folks, they seeing what folks are making from like these celebrity matches. And to be honest with you, if they was to do it and get a couple rounds out the way, I might watch it just for a laugh. Of course, I mean, you won't get my dime, but you're gonna get my watch. Who you got though? Gillie or Joe Budden? Just thinking about it.
Mm.
I'm rocking with Joe. I know Joe. They about the same age, so
I'm gonna say Gillie because he don't blink. He gonna catch Joe. Joe
right.
gonna blink.
Joe gonna blink. Ain't that some shit?
It's gonna be over. Icy hot down. But nah, that'll be some good clickbait. That's about it.
So for the last couple years, it's been an alarming number of youth cardiac arrest cases, which led me to believe it's consumer awareness. It's consumer awareness really being utilized consistently when it comes to like what you're consuming daily, or like are you paying attention to your entire day's consumption when you're probably like drinking these energy drinks, or are you factoring in all the stuff that you've done from the time you woke up to the time that maybe the situation has happened. And I only say this to say because like we had the safety from the Buffalo Bills that had a cardiac arrest situation on the field. We just had LeBron James' son have a cardiac situation where they now say he has a heart defect or something like that. We also had Shaquille O'Neal's son, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where he had heart issues too, where he collapsed. And it leads me to believe: are you are you really paying attention, or is your awareness high when you consuming those energy drinks? Because I know for myself, and it used to be that way. If I didn't feel like the energy drink was doing its job, of course I'm gonna consume another one, not thinking the lasting effects that it may be doing bad to me or doing harm to me. So I think it's very important, and this is just coming from like my the fitness side of me, is that we really monitor and pay attention to what we consume on a daily basis as it relates to like these energy drinks, because it's almost clear that
But that's just like some people get on stuff because it's the latest fad, it's the latest trend. You know what I'm saying? Such and such from YouTube made this, so we gonna try this. You know, that's just like what fashion. You have people who had been wearing Gucci, Louis, MCM, old school stuff for years, and everything eventually circles back around. But you'll have somebody that'll say, even like with Jordans, oh, those old. And then here it is, 4 years later, they come back out with an extra stripe or a different color. Like, does fashion and things get old? But a lot of people don't look into ingredients or what's in there or the different type of things. It's just this person, I follow them, I like them, they drink it, I'ma drink it. I'ma try it. Let's see what it do. Like you said, it ain't do nothing for me. Red Bull did not give me wings. So I'm gonna try it again. Didn't they get sued for that? Somebody sued Red Bull because they didn't get wings. Now where did you think you was gonna get wings from? But that's the stuff people get sued by. Just dumb stuff like that. And that is true. Consumer, this ain't comfortable no more. I feel like crazy.
I don't know about
Um,
you. I'm comfortable as hell.
when it comes to the consumer awareness of those aspects and what you're saying, I don't think people are paying attention. And like you said, those things have, lifelong effects. It may not hit you this year, next year, but 5, 6 years down the line, things come up.
So let's start with monsters.
What about monsters?
Monster energy drinks.
Hmm.
So remember back when I was working at CVS down Chinatown, and I was working at Washington. I mean, I was going to the gym at the Washington Sports Club.
Hmm.
And remember, I used to go to the gym, like take a shower, and go right from the gym to work.
Hmm.
I used to throw back the monsters maybe 2 or 3 times a day. As I remember about the monsters, they not only was making me have like elevated heart rate, when I wasn't like way after I had consumed it, had did my workout, had been to work, and it it screwed up my sleep like dramatically. So I'm always mindful when I see someone um like drinking the monsters. I would always tell them, man, I think you should dilute it because it's almost like the Clorox, for instance. They say it's concentrated, so you
And
should
a laundry detergent.
yeah you should mix it with water.
Yeah. That's why you put it in the laundry.
I think it's getting to the point now where on the label they shouldn't say seek medical attention, and if you maybe you should talk to your doctor before consuming this. No, you should say, man, look, it's potent, right? Mix it with 8 ounces of water.
They should still consult a doctor if they have underlying health conditions.
Yeah, of course, that's gonna always be on everything. Specifically, the things that give you a boost or things that you're taking for ailments and shit. But as it
If
relates
it
to
says consult your doctor before taking it, don't take it. Just to be on the safe side. If it's just something you trying to do, and don't take it.
yeah, I've pulled back from a
End
lot
up
of
with loose booty and some more stuff. Don't take it.
yeah, I pulled back from a lot of things that I used to take for energy, and I lately just been relying on coffee because I just don't.
Pussy. What was that?
Eating pussy ain't been giving me energy. That shit's been putting me to sleep, girl.
I didn't even say.
I heard what you said. You did say it. The listeners heard your ass too.
How did I say what you said?
You did. I heard what you said. You act like we ain't got the same headphones and
I
the
did
same
not
mic.
say what you just said.
Yeah, you did. Do you
I
want me to run
said
it back?
and.
Didn't you still say eating pussy?
No, I didn't.
You said and.
No, I said and pussy. That's all I said.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, but like consumer awareness needs to be better. Like just take in account. I don't think no 17-year-old should be at a point where they relying on Red Bull any goddamn way. Like take your little ass to sleep.
They can't. They got stuff to do.
Still, like don't put yourself through that. It's not even worth it, man. Like you're not, especially a guy like him where his net worth already a couple million. He already a couple M's up. So like, I mean, I get the pressure of trying not to trying to break away from your father's like limelight and trying to create your own path. But regardless of what you do, you're never gonna be able to escape that. So like just focus on doing what you can do and controlling what you can control. And then like 5-hour energies too. Like I used to rely on that too. I remember someone saying, man, good combination with 5-hour energies is if you mix it with Coke. Not Coke, the drug, Coca-Cola. I just did that to get you going.
Why would you mix that with Coca-Cola?
They said it's a good
That's a battery cleaner. Why do people even drink Coke?
That's definitely true. Because
I don't even drink Pepsi or none of that
if
stuff.
if you pull a Coca-Cola around like the battery post and it's got a lot of corrosion on it, that Coca-Cola will clean the corrosion away. And that is the type of shit that will keep me from drinking stuff like that. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I watched Pepsi ruin someone's teeth completely. I'm talking about rotting them bitches. So that should tell you everything you need to know. But man, let's be. We never gonna be able to have people be more aware of the things that they doing. Like folks, what you can't hear?
I need it.
Oh,
you gonna do it?
Yeah. Folks gonna do what they want to do, regardless if you say, man, you need to be mindful of what you're doing. You need to do this, you need to do that. You could tell that boy 1,000 times. That boy sat there and had a goddamn heart attack at school while he was training. And he's still gonna go next week and get him a motherfucking monster or a Red Bull. You know why he gonna do it? Because that's the type of shit that they offering in these goddamn colleges to these damn athletes. Instead of just offering alternatives like tea, green tea, black tea, coffee, all these other things. I know a lot of people don't like coffee, but get you some tea and fill that bitch up with sugar, and then go from there. It's a simple alternative that gives you the same outcome that you're looking from all these consumers that are just putting all sorts of energy drinks out because they can make money from you. Because them rage that I used to drink, them joints too. They say, oh, they're sugar free and all this shit, do the same thing, got the same outcome. Same goddamn shit. I used to fuck them goddamn things up too. Boy, I used to drink 2 or 3 of them joints.
Used to order by the case.
Back. Boy, did every week. I had that shit on subscribe on Amazon.
Order by the case.
Well, yeah. No. So which one I'm supposed to do?
Where we at? Oh, right here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what are we listening to? This seems like we something supposed to see. I'll let you talk about this because I thought this was stupid as hell. Motherfucker, letting niggas throw him around, shit hanging from. Well, he weird anyway. Oh, hell no. I can't watch that shit no more. That man's skin is stretching away from his back.
How far are you willing to go?
Maybe he auditioning to be in the Saw movie.
Like,
content is king.
How far are you willing to go? Miguel had his back
I know everyone
pierced.
saw Miguel by now. Got goddamn ropes pierced to his back so he can give a visual to his album release. Fucking weird.
How far? Now, how far? That's the thing. How far are you willing to go for views? Because this isn't something that you practice or anything. You literally sat there and got pierced on stage. What if you'd have made one daggone leg stride or something and No.
So Miguel gets pierced with hooks on his back to go up in the air and sing at his listening event for his album. What's the name of the album? Yeah, I'll let you say it because I'll be botching words.
Look, where we at?
V. At the end, bro. And
you don't even know hold on, where we at?
Babe, we out at the end of
Visser. I wasn't looking at that. I'm studying.
Fucking the dumbass.
So now, going on to it. So y'all know a lot of rappers, artists, African American culture use N-word. Can I say it? Will you get bleeped out for it?
Use the word nigga.
Well, yeah. In their songs. So, how do you feel about other races saying the N-word, the nigga, when listening to a song?
Didn't Justin Bieber just harmonize the word nigga? And he got his ass killed for it?
He harmonized it?
Harmonized the shit out of it. Swear to God. He threw it out there and just sung that bitch. He got killed for that shit. People don't like that.
But I think if you're an artist and you use it in your song, that's just like
your boy TK saying the word bitch.
The acronym Black Intelligent on it. But still, I think if it's in a song and you like the song, like the person, the artist, and it just so happened to be in one of the songs or whatever, and you are Caucasian or whatever the situation, why can't you say it? If it's in the song, it's not you just saying it. It's actually a part of the song. Like, if you don't want them to say it, why put it in the song? Like, do the artists not understand that not only just black people like you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like everybody else can sing it, but I better not see you say it. But it's in your soul.
The crazy part is black people allow certain white people to get away with things that necessarily white people shouldn't be getting away with all the time. Even like the white people who hang around black hoodlums and they think they just as thug as them. Like, I encounter that in my job all the time.
But
Especially
you
the
have to
ones
think
that like
about
to
it.
wear the ski masks.
But you still got to think about it. There are some white people who grew up in the slums.
Yeah, but that
Just because their skin color doesn't mean they necessarily was born in the perfect neighborhood. Their ancestors and things didn't go through what ours went through. And that's the biggest thing, is the past of what our ancestors went through. But it's like, at this moment, what I'm going through or what you're going through may be relatable.
we had this conversation a while back when I was telling you there was a co-worker at work that constantly said the word nigga, and it was accepted because that's all she was around or all he was around.
Now
So I
that's a
just
different
think,
than just be saying it.
yeah, and it's just like they blurt out, man, nigga, where you been at? And for me, I don't get offended by that because I feel like that's a term of endearment. It's just like, bitch, you did a good job. Bitch, you did a good job. Bitch, you did a good job. I, you know.
But some people don't realize it until you bring it to their attention. But I just feel like when it comes to songs and the artists that come up with the songs with the words, like, if somebody like you as a artist and they enjoy all your music and you got one or two songs that have nigga in it, I mean, you got other people, different race and things of that nature. That's what I'm saying.
I also think we growing up in a soft ass society that get offended
Soft
by
serve.
every goddamn thing. So I'm not surprised that if you was to do a survey about how many people think it's okay for white rappers or white artists to spear out the word nigga in their songs, you're gonna get 60% of the country that's gonna be like, well, we're offended by it because we think they don't understand what we've been through and how hard we had to go to get to where we are. And they not understanding we still niggas and
Boom.
to certain people. And but the funny thing about that is, you know how often I say stuff that I know could be deemed racist towards white people behind closed doors
Closed doors.
that I wouldn't want no one else to hear me say. So I'm almost sure when a white person's around the other pants, they'll be like, ha 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 ha, yeah, look at that nigger.
Yeah, but that's behind closed doors. I'm just saying, if I'm at a concert and I'm at a Boosie concert or something and we rapping or whatever.
And then the next person next to you, my nigga, my nigga. And they bouncing with you, my nigga, my nigga. You like, my nigga, my nigga. They like, my nigga, my nigga.
And then you like,
I'm just going to look at them.
But I'm just saying, but in that moment, going. We're all vibing. Like, how is it? Everybody gonna come to her.
But I promise you, it's gonna be 2 out of 10 that's gonna have a problem with that person being like, my nigga, my nigga.
That's what he said in the song.
Shit, crazy. I just think we culturally, people perpetrate the black culture that aren't black, that aren't black, and they benefit from our culture. But when it's time for us to put ourselves in the same position as them, we are looked at as black people. But when white people are looked at, when white people choose to do some of the same thing that black people do, they're looked at as, oh, they're better white people. It's just like, and then we don't get the credit for them perpetrating our shit. It's perpetrating? No, perpetrating ain't the word. It's come on. Come on, you can't leave me out here dying on this
What
hill.
what are we going? I was over it. So when we going with this right now?
Shut up. I'm trying to describe something.
What are you describing?
Don't matter now. We're over it. You just let me die out on that motherfucker ledge by myself. You supposed to be my goddamn co-host. How the hell you just gonna let me die out there by myself? You ain't shit.
You said perpetrate.
Talking about you over here. No, perpetrating is pretending to be something that you're not.
Mm.
But that, yeah, okay. That's what I was looking for there. Are there genuine relationships built in networking at huge events? I don't think so. And I only say this. I've been to multiple seminars over the last few years since I decided to start a business of my own. And years after going to these seminars, I didn't feel like I learned anything. And what makes matters worse, right? If you go online and you do your research and you do your homework, the information that they're trying to sell you at some of these seminars and these huge events, you can find more benefit for free on your own, and you can make the investment on your own. Now, what I will say is there's benefits in networking. I get that part, and sometimes some of these events are built off of that. But the problem is when you get around networking around your own people, sometimes they tend to they tend to put out information that doesn't match the initial conversation. So it's almost like it seems as if you're going to get the support or the help, and then when you get behind the scene and you start looking for that help, it's just not.
That sound like when people be like, when things happen, like if someone dies or something, and they be like, "My condolences. If you need anything, I'm here, I'm there." And then that day come, you really need them, and they be like, "Oh no, that's annoying." Like when people be like, "If you need me for anything," if you genuinely don't mean that, don't say it. Just be like, "Hey, my bad, my condolences." If you need someone to talk to, I'm in. Be specific. Don't be like, if you need anything, I got, because if they call you and be like, "Yeah, I need $60, $100," you like, "Whoa, wait." But you told me if I needed anything. So when it comes to the room, being in the room with business people and things of that nature, I think the difference is when it's a networking event, everybody's trying to be in a position to
Be
figure
like
out
that person.
how I can get this, what can I do? How can I get this come up, whatever. But when it comes to networking, and say you're just at a cordial party or a dinner and you just having a conversation with somebody and they just randomly come up and like, "Hey, yeah, I do X, Y, and Z," and you like, "Oh, I do," and y'all have a conversation. See, that's the difference, because that's just a genuine conversation, and the things came up that pertain to how y'all can figure out some things or get together and network. It wasn't a forced conversation. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're in network events, it's like a forced conversation. Like y'all have to sit and talk because your purpose is, how can I pick your brain? Do this, do that. I came here purposely to pick brains, but it's so much to try to pick when that's what everybody is trying to do. So at some point, you get over it. You get over the people coming up to you asking the same thing, the same thing. You eventually be
I
like,
swear to God, I was looking for a reason to be like, "Oh, pause." It was never gonna come. When you said you pick brains, nah, right? Yeah,
"Oh, you trying to find a reason to hate on me? You trying to
yeah.
have them? Dang, it be the
Bitch,
own
you
people
did
you
a
sleep
good
with."
job. Bitch, you did a good job. Bitch, you did a good job.
So I mean, it's not to say that genuine conversations and things can't happen at
Man, it
networking
ain't nothing
events,
like that motherfucker
but
who tried to get me to pay him $2,000, $3,000 for him to help me, and then for him to tell me to stop doing my podcast because I'm not gonna genuine. I'm not going to I'm not gonna build any leads for my podcast. Doesn't fucking crack at. Man, stop before I get
Where
going.
we at? Where we
Why
at?
does the most hated get terminated and it's a celebration after their termination?
Ooh.
I'm just saying in general. You know how people celebrate people getting terminated, especially if they ain't like them. But why is it that important? Because at the end of the day, the person lost their job, and I'm positive they relied on that job to provide for their family, no matter if they were an asshole at work. So why do you think people?
If you don't like that person, that's just, some people, that's their way of like, oh yeah, good riddance type thing. But I mean, what makes you better than the next man?
So I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
So today I found out someone at my job got terminated.
Mm-hmm.
Person at my job that got terminated, he was warned about being so buddy with this said person that potentially possibly got him terminated. And it seems like the said person that he was so buddy with is on vacation and didn't get terminated, but he got terminated.
What?
So I feel like when I first thought that this said person that was on vacation also got terminated, I said yes. Like,
but they didn't.
Yeah.
And what you say?
Shit. You know, it's a couple people I truly, F with at this job. And most times I hear everything.
Most times?
All the time.
Nah.
All the time I hear everything.
Nah. He hear everything that goes past. But if you having a direct conversation and he give you one of these, he ain't listening.
Yeah. I hear the things I want to hear.
That's
because I'm messy. Right? I'm noticing that. I didn't used to be that way. But thanks to my wife, you messy too.
What does me and my mess have to do with you?
Huh?
Huh?
Because we are one.
No.
We are one.
No.
We are one.
No.
We are one together.
We're not doing that.
Why?
Because your mess be like censored mess at times.
They gotta be censored.
If I'm gonna be mess, I'm gonna say what it is. I'm gonna say.
No, I don't want to do that.
So don't even get into the mess.
I gotta get into the mess.
No.
It adds context.
No, that's just like the comment you said about the post. And you was like, you said to say it if you see my baby daddy something in the trash.
I like being around. I like being around for the show. Y'all be missing the show. I like being around for the show because the show is funny.
Who was blocking?
So how many people you don't been blocked by?
And that's the crazy part. I don't care. You take the time to block me though. I don't care. I ain't got why block somebody. Let you see what's going on, and let you be able to hate on whatever it is that you had a problem with. Like, what's the point of blocking?
But you also
doesn't that give you views on your stuff or different things?
No, they just don't want you to see what they're doing.
To see you out here cheating in the streets, so that you can go back.
Can tell their information. But if you tell people what information you have gathered through non-investigational tactics, because they just blunt put it in your face.
That's you. Okay.
What
if you tell?
Is it your fault that you went back and told the person what you saw? No.
But the only thing you can do is if you tell somebody you saw something, and in your eyes, it's deemed like total disrespect. Doesn't mean that it's total disrespect in somebody else's eyes. So that's why I had to learn, like what my husband said at times, mind your business. Because what I feel may be disrespectful, or I should let a friend or somebody know,
But you also
And then I
gotta,
tell you, and you just like, okay, cool,
you
no problem.
you also gotta think. Like for me,
Then okay, cool, you had no problem. So therefore, if I see more stuff, I ain't gonna tell you.
who the hell wants to waste their time constantly letting someone know that their partner ain't shit
That's what
and
I'm
they
saying.
not
So
doing
if
nothing
you don't
about
do
it?
that, it's not. There's no need to keep talking about it.
I think
If you go to somebody and say, "Hey, you know your girlfriend cheating on you, right? Like here go the facts. Like right here. You see this? You see this, right?" And they like, "Oh my gosh, oh no, that's for her." And then next thing you know, they out at dinner or something. You like, "Oh well, cool. Ain't nothing to say."
let me ask you this: do you think I'm sensitive?
You
Yeah.
no insensitive? Hell yeah,
What
sensitive? No.
what does insensitive look like for me?
You
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What that mean?
Look at you.
How am I insensitive?
You're insensitive.
Man, I got the heart of gold.
Just because you got the heart of gold don't mean that you're not insensitive.
What makes me insensitive? Give me one example. You can't do it. You know you can't do it. You over here trying to find the words. That shit won't even come out. Now you insensitive.
How?
Remember that time I told you my grandmother was at the wreck and somebody shot through the wreck?
Look, you
That's insensitive. Exactly. I ain't never said nothing that harsh.
your grandmother never liked me
Yeah, she
from
despises
day
you.
one when she said I was hellbound.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
remember
like, I have no respect for my elders. I push her ass down the steps. Look, then here it is. You say I'm insensitive, but you stuck around.
that. But I was at this point. God damn, that game moving fast. But at that point, I was already. If you locked in, ain't no switching up. I was already locked in.
Was you?
Yeah, I was already 10 plus years in. If you locked in, ain't no
No,
switching up.
you wasn't. When she
Yes, I
said
was.
that,
Yeah,
no,
I
you
was.
wasn't. We was fresh.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, we was. It was before I left for school.
No, it was not. She said that shit after you left for school.
Michael was before we left for school.
I don't remember when it was. It's been so long. I don't care. If you locked in, ain't no switching up.
She was still on C Street.
Listen, why you giving out addresses?
I ain't give out addresses. I just said the street.
It's
I
not
ain't
that
say
hard to
northeast,
prove.
southeast, southwest, northwest. Did I? Did I?
Man, if you locked in, ain't no
Whatever.
switching up.
Whatever.
That's all I'm saying. Are we finished that topic?
Yeah. You were talking about the insensitive. I said you was insensitive.
Anyway, what bad habits have you passed to your children that piss you off that you have to remind yourself that was you consistently?
Birthing my daughter.
Damn, birthing Alex was a bad habit? That's fucked
Man.
up. See, that's insensitive. There you go. That's some insensitive shit to say. That's fucked
That
up.
little girl. Doppelganger.
She got your mouth. You shouldn't feel bad about it.
That's what I'm saying. She's just
That's
me.
why, like, every time you go to try to hit her and she
She's
say
me.
something smart to you, I'll be having to remind your ass. That is you. You can't do nothing to her. That's what you created that. Yeah, you can give her a level of awareness that she is saying these things and she's reacting that way. But I don't think she should be chastised because that is you. Bad habit I hate that I gave to my kids was a habit that was passed down from my mother to me. My habit of snacking. Like I hate that for my kids because I think sometimes they while they understand they don't have to sneak and get stuff, they still do it because of the habit of wanting snacks.
That's why it's a lock on the pantry.
So today my daughter says, my wife
She had the
says,
key.
my wife says, "Hey Alex, is the pantry open?" No. But I know where the key is. I said, "Huh? What do you mean you know where the key is?" Yeah, I know where the key is. I hid it in the cart with the clothes. So she commenced to go in the cart. This girl is 5. She goes in the cart, she gets this key, and she goes and opens up the pantry. And she says, while I open the pantry up, y'all hide the key from us. So I'm hiding the key from y'all. So it then becomes a debate. I'm like, Alex, we hide the key from you because we just trying to monitor and we just trying to monitor your snacking habits. And she was like, so y'all hide the key from us, so we're gonna hide the key from y'all. I said, okay, Alice. So it's even the bread thing, like my daughter used to eat it like chicken. She'd get the chicken bone. She'd sneak to eat the chicken and then she'd hide the bone like in a weird spot. Same with bread. Like she'd get some bread, leave the bread open, but it's hid somewhere like in a crazy spot. And I think back to like when I was growing up, living with my grandmother and whatnot, and the things that I used to do when I was young.
I didn't do that stuff.
Yeah, so you don't know.
I wouldn't know. I didn't do stuff like that.
Did you have
that stuff my
snacks?
sister did? Like
what?
I wanted you to pause, motherfucker. God damn.
Why would I miss out on that amazing content? You sneezing in the mic like that.
Ew.
I'm so disrespectful, huh? I don't care. If you locked in, ain't no switching up.
Like my sister, so my aunt ordered a strawberry shortcake for, I want to say it was my grandmother's birthday or their anniversary.
She crushed that motherfucking strawberry shortcake.
And she ate all the strawberries off. She snuck downstairs and
ate the whole
No. Damn. She ate all the strawberries off the cake. So the next day, go to eat the cake so that we can have our little celebration. And all the strawberries is gone.
How you explain that to somebody?
And they like, what happened or whatever? So they look at instantly. It goes to my sister because she was the one that was sneaking do things. And she was like, her mouth told her to do it. She ate all the strawberries off the cake.
Hey, Sloan, how the hell you part your lips to say my mouth told me to eat the strawberries? Her mouth told her to do it.
She ate all the strawberries.
So I would have to stop and think, like, how did your mouth tell you? Now, I think you should go eat the strawberries.
Off the cake.
Life is like a box of chocolate.
Shut up.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Shut up. But yeah, she said her mouth told her to do it. So she had ate all the strawberries off the cake. But that wasn't my thing, like sneaking stuff or whatever.
Because she's not a snacker.
Yeah.
But no matter how many times, I'm sure it's just not our kids that do that stuff. It's other people's kids. They figure you gonna say no. So they just gonna go for it on their own.
Yeah, and then they stash it in places like the couch, behind the couch, in the couch, side
or
of the couch.
Or they put it back in the freezer with a spoon in there.
Alex ate this man ice cream and left the spoon in the carton and put it back in the freezer.
Twice.
And then she goes, that damn shoulder.
All right, so we so we got topics from listeners, right? This one topic has come from a married couple. Well, she's married, and she said, "How about changes in relationships and evolving, wanting different things than you did when you met, and communicating healthy."
So, when y'all got in a relationship, and as y'all evolved, you eventually seen different things or wanted differently than what you did in the relationship. And I mean, that's possible because some people date in the moment.
Yeah.
And then you have some people who date with a purpose.
Yeah.
And then you have some people who just do it as something to, something to do. It's nothing serious. So that is possible, but the best thing would be to be able to communicate. Because say for instance, that's like a lot of people get into those situations and they be like, marriage isn't something I want, or kids isn't something I want. And then here it is 5-6 years down the line. Now they're like, I do want to be married, or I do want to have kids. So that's a conversation. Like, is that a deal breaker? Is that something solid? Or did you just conform to your relationship because you see the relationship you're in, and are your wants going to put you in a position of being lonely? If that makes sense. But if y'all can communicate, and as long as this is nothing like some people may say is small, or something that like you've been with this person and you just realize living with them they're a slob type thing. But if it's something serious and it's something that you desire, you should not have to waver for your happiness for somebody else type thing.
But what if you? So I want to address this, like, because this is a multifaceted topic, and I want to start with
It's a
the how
big
about
word.
changes in a relationship. I think change is a part of the process. Like if you're not changing, you're
But
not growing. But what
type
type
of
of changes
changes?
though?
That's the thing. What type of changes?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
is it
true.
something like real drastic? Like, say for instance, you were dating somebody and y'all were both health nut freaks, 6-pack, cut up, all this stuff, and then y'all get in a relationship and they gain a healthy weight, and now they're not healthier. Now they're no longer attractive to you as they were, type thing. You know, it's different things of that nature. Because you have people who are like, I'm with this person because mind, body, and soul, yada yada yada, and then the body change, and that ain't what you used to. You know, do you deal with it? Some people say, "Yeah, I deal with it," and then they step out.
But here's the question: Is there a certain thing? Is there a certain is there a possibility about being too invested in your relationship where the out is scary? And when I say too invested, I mean like y'all got more than 4 kids, and your kids are all like young, and you as the female or the male don't have the finances to necessarily step out and try to move on. Then what?
Then that's when you have to
Because them
say,
changes in their relationship could have meant the person was making more money in the beginning, and now they ain't making that same money.
but then your thought is, do I settle in a situation that can cause more detrimental harm for me, which will eventually cause harm for my family because of how I feel? Or do I figure this shit out?
Yeah.
Because, yes, okay, your kids may be young. They may be young, but I'm quite sure they will appreciate you more to know that you put yourself in a position to win to help them. If it's about your kids, you're gonna go to any length, extreme, whatever, to support your kids. If your back is up against the wall and you have kids and your kids are the only reason that's keeping you in a situation because you know that they'll be forever financially good in this situation that is tearing you down, is it best for your kids to be without you? Because this situation can turn into a demise for you.
When you say is it best for your kids to be without you, what do you mean by that? Do you
Because
mean like
if they're in a situation where they really don't want to be in it, but
yeah,
they think about, if I leave, what's going to happen with my kids if I leave the situation, right?
okay, yeah,
And then they say, okay, you know what? Because of my kids, I'm going to stick this out. So then it's going to go into you sticking this out. So then you're eventually going to become depressed because you don't want to be in this situation. Everything about everybody is going to annoy you because you don't want to be in this situation. When you're around people, you're going to seem negative all the time because you're in a situation you don't want to be in. So then nobody's going to want anything to do with you. You're not even going to want anything to do with you, possibly. So then it's going to become situations where mental health is real. You will navigate and do things, try things. You might even step out and live a single life, whatever. But it's going to be a point where you're going to eat up inside, like in your head, that anything can happen. What's the worst can happen to me? I'm in a situation I don't want to be in before my kids. My kids good, but I'm not good. So what's my purpose? Are they good without me? So it can be a whole lot of things.
I also know that in the relationship, especially marriage, there's storms. Like it's all about being mentally tough to be able to waver through them and get through them. Then understand, like, focus on why y'all got together and trying to get back to that happy place.
But what if
it's
the
worth
reason?
if it's worth putting forth that effort.
But what if the reason y'all got together and was doing everything and enjoying everything because it was just y'all, and there was kids involved? No longer is it just y'all. And what if y'all have lost each other because now y'all have the kids?
Yeah.
Kids
That's
are
another
a
thing.
blessing.
That is another thing therapy taught me too.
But kids can be a curse when it comes to certain situations, because you may feel like I felt like this when I had my son, that I did all the sacrificing of being the parent for my kid while he just was able to do whatever he wanted. Where in reality he was working or whatever, but I felt like he just had the freedom of come home, do whatever, shower, eat, and when he wanted to roll, he just get up and go. But when I want to roll, I got to get up, get a bag together, grab the kid, and take him with me. I never felt like I had that position where I could just get myself together and walk out the house. Because my thing is my kid. Not to say that I probably could have got up and got myself together and just left out the house. But it's like I can't say it's a maternal thing, because you have some mothers that don't have that instinct of, oh snap, I done walked out the house and I forgot something type situation. But that was me. That was whenever I moved, my child moved. That's just what it was. But when it comes to having kids and you've been doing this, traveling, living your best life, when you mad or he mad, you go your separate way, he go his separate way, y'all come back, hey, what is up? When you have a kid or kids, that's different. That's a whole different dynamic. And a lot of people probably are in relationships and situations
that aren't healthy,
that are because of the kids.
Yeah.
And it may not even, and the crazy thing is, the person, the spouse, may not even be the kid's biological parent, but they've been there and they've supported that child and they've always supported that child. And it's like, do I be selfish and take that away from my child? But not to say that you have to be selfish to take that away from the child, because if the person loves the child, whether y'all together or not, they'll still be there for that child if they genuinely care for your child like they say they do. Because some people just do it just because they know they're coming with you. But once you gone, they can be like, the hell with it. That ain't my kid. So it's a communication thing. It is.
Yeah.
But it can be tough when you feel like, how am I supposed to start over? Or how can I do this? Or don't nobody want me and I got 4 kids. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's somebody for everybody. It's, are you willing to
make those sacrifices,
make those changes to get it?
Yeah. Well, you answered that one. I don't need to add nothing else. You really hit everything in that damn topic. Good girl, look at you. Boom, I hope that helps them. Ooh, look, we got a topic, boo. Yeah, I know. Got normal.
My Drake, I'm in the
So
refill.
this one is my refusal. My refusal to adopt them damn kittens that keep popping up in front of our house. So we have several cat lovers.
Who said you had to adopt kittens?
Just listen to me. We have several cat lovers that are on the page, right? And I showed them the kittens that keep popping up in front of the damn camera. And it was like, those are your babies.
No, the hell they at. I do not like cats.
I can't
The only
stand
pussy in
kittens.
this area is gonna be me. I don't want no damn cats.
Whoop, whoop.
The hell with them cats? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I might try to sneak a dog up on her. I ain't gonna try to sneak no cat up on her. She ain't got no worries about that. I don't snuck 2 dogs up on her.
And we ain't doing that again.
Well,
well, go ahead, Michael. Try it. And you and that dog gonna be outside. You and the dog. You already got 2. You're not getting a third. No. 3 strikes you out, and it's not now.
But I have to get the 3rd strike first.
The 3rd strike is you coming here with the dog.
I honestly should get a strike removed.
No.
Because Gucci turned out to be one of the best decisions we made.
But
True.
But the selfish
how
of
many
it.
Memories do we have?
But how many memories?
Gucci?
Your
Let's
wife.
Start off. Listen.
Your wife and your son is allergic. You don't care about us.
That's hate.
How's that hate?
Listen, first of all,
because you still came in here with another dog.
The memories that we created.
I left Gucci. I did. I did, and I told you after him, it was a no. It was a no.
Yeah,
because he could not be replaced.
They're stinging, ain't it? Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, you're not about to pop me on camera.
The consequences is real.
Don't talk to me like that. The memories that were made from Gucci and Rhino to a degree. Come on now. That was your ride along buddy. That nigga used to sleep in your back religiously. Even when he started getting big, he still tried to do it.
My issue is don't get pets if you're not going to be there to train them and care for them the way you want.
Thank you.
And that's just what it was. You put them off on me, so you get mad at how I deal with them. If you wanted him to be the dog you wanted him to be, you should have been there. That's just like with a kid. If you want this, you need to be there. And you wasn't. So, therefore, he is in great hands. And I'm that deadbeat mama. He can come stay over. He can visit and everything. But he lives with my sister. The best choice ever. He's perfect for her and her boyfriend. And they're perfect for him. He out here living his best Caucasian pup life. Because my baby be out here doing all the moves, outfits and everything. I'm here for it. But it's a now. We're pet free. And that's how it's going to be. If you see us with another pet, you know we ain't together no more.
So even if I get a hamster?
Fuck you gonna do with a hamster?
Or a rabbit?
Fuck you gonna do with a rabbit? So he can chew up all the cords?
You saw your mother's rabbit? That rabbit was the size of a dog.
And you see he chewed up her cords? I had a rabbit. No, I've had an iguana. We've had snakes. We've had snapping turtles. Oh, you can Dr. Doolittle somewhere else. It's a no.
So, we've come to the end of this podcast.
That was it.
Yeah. I truly appreciate everyone for joining this episode, watching. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe, comment, rate, and review the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts at. I appreciate everybody that's just been engaging with the podcast, supporting the podcast, vibing with the podcast, commenting on the podcast.
Yes, these comments have been everything.
And
They
this
have.
has been episode 118 of the podcast.
Whoop whoop.
And we out. Peace.